time for Cardinals baseball. Another gorgeous Sunday afternoon at Roger Dean Stadium as the Redbirds get set to take on Davey Martinez and his Washington Nationals. Hi again, everybody, with Brad Thompson, Chip Carey. Great to be with you. It's Sunday Fun Day, and it's time to watch Steven Matz do what he did last time out.
Yeah, looking forward to watching Steven get back to work. First time out, he was fantastic. He's out there pumping strikes. He was striking out the world. Ended up getting 4 punch-outs in his 3 innings of work. The fact that he was so sharp, I mean, it's got to have you very encouraged on this one. Fastball to both sides of the plate. Great feel for the changeup and the breaking ball.
And speaking of encouragement, Brad, this Cardinals rotation this spring is really opening eyes.
They really have thrown the ball well. You knew that you were going to be missing some time with Waino, and Michael is gone. Well, look at all these guys. Montgomery, you look at the numbers, he's pitched a lot better than that line. Woodford's been great. Dakota really settled in, and Jack, his couple of outings have been awesome.
Well, hopefully the Redbirds have a good day today. Steven Matz and the Washington Nationals on a perfect Sunday for baseball here in Jupiter, Florida. Brad and I will have the starting lineups and first pitch and a whole lot of fun coming your way next on Bally Sports Midwest. St. Louis Cardinals baseball on Bally Sports Midwest is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. By Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. And by your quality Ford dealers, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals. It's gorgeous in Jupiter, 84 degrees. Don't want to rub it in, Brad. It's only 42 degrees in St. Louis today, but perfect weather for the Cardinals and the Nationals. And as you see, a gentle breeze blowing in at 9 miles an hour here at Roger Dean Stadium. Perfect pitching conditions for Steven Matz today.
It definitely is. And Steven Matz looked so solid last time out. He went 3 strong, didn't give up a hit, didn't walk anybody. He punched out 4. Look at the numbers last year. 10 starts, 15 games for him, and just a disappointing year for Steven Matz. He signs that big 4-year deal, expecting him to give you 30-plus starts. It just didn't happen. The pitch arsenal for Steven Matz uses that sinker a lot. Very good changeup and curve. Every once in a while you'll see the slider, but he had a good feel for all of his pitches first time out.
And he'll face a former Cardinal leading off the Nationals lineup. Lane Thomas getting some run in center field. Victor Robles is banged up for them. C.J. Abrams, Luis Garcia, 2 youngsters they feel excited about. And we are underway with a fastball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yes, you can tell it's spring training even for the equipment managers, Brad. You pointed out something you don't often see in a big league game.
Well, the red on red. Usually there's a little communication going on here. But the gray pants, and you know who your players are, at least for the first few innings of a spring training game.
Did he go? He did not. So Steven quickly behind Lane Thomas. 3 balls, no strikes. Lane a bit of a slow start this spring, but had a good year last year for Washington. And we were talking with some of their people before the game. With this rebuilding Nationals club, a team that lost 107 last year, Thomas is going to have to play a prominent role for them.
He certainly is. This is a guy that we saw, as you see Steven Matz, couple of just big glove side misses pulling across, and see an adjustment that he'll make quickly. But Lane Thomas, we saw him break into the league in 2019, and he tore it up early. Then coming into 2020, the COVID shortened season, the COVID zapped him. He talked about that as well. But look for big things here as we see the Cardinals getting set up defensively. Mason Wynn getting another crack at shortstop. Robertson, Motter, Karakuto over at third base.
That just missed to Dominic Smith, the former New York Met. He was one of the acquisitions for Mike Rizzo and the Nationals. This guy's a good player, good hitter, good defender. And Steven misses again. 7 pitches, 1 strike.
Not exactly like you draw it up here. The question is just how quick can he make that adjustment? That was a narrow miss.
Lance Barksdale says that one's good enough. 2 balls and a strike. One thing we noticed about Steven in that first start, no problem adjusting to the pitch clock. He was working at warp speed. And that shot into right field. And there's out number 1, a sinking line drive off the bat of Dominic Smith. And a runner at first, 1 out now for Luis Garcia.
It really hasn't seemed like, Chip, that too many pitchers have had a problem dealing with the pitch clock. It just hasn't seemed to have been an issue so far this spring. We'll find out as we get a little bit later and your late inning relievers are in spots, and we'll really see it when the season starts. But I feel like everybody's made an adjustment pretty well.
Nationals hoping for big things from this kid, Luis Garcia, who takes a strike. And I think, Brad, the numbers bear that out. The number of pitch clock and batter clock violations has dwindled from week to week, just as it did in the minor leagues when it was implemented last year.
Good sweeper right there. Yeah, these guys will learn. You give them new rules. Some of the guys might love the new rules. Some of the guys might hate it. Either way, everybody's got to play with them, so you figure it out.
Just off the plate for Garcia. And that's now a 1-2 count. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Kisner's throw is high and wide. Sweep tag. What a play. Unbelievable play. Kisner's throw sailed high and wide, but the catch and tag in time to get Lane Thomas sliding on the way by. Look at this great athletic play by Mason Wynn to end the inning. How many times do you see it? A guy makes a great defensive play. He leads off the next inning, and that's what Mason Wynn will do for Oliver Marmol today against Mackenzie Gore, the young left-hander on the hill for the Nats. That was some kind of play at second base to end the inning.
It was crazy. We know the athleticism that Mason Wynn has, but that one looked like it was a stolen base for sure. Throw is just up the line a bit, makes the great athletic play. Mackenzie Gore on the mound. His 4 stars you mentioned, 4-seam curve. Got the changeup as well. Really kind of a key to what they're trying to do this year in Mackenzie Gore. Part of that big Juan Soto trade that they made with the Padres.
He throws hard. He's got a big curveball, mid-90s fastball. Started great last year with the Padres, but as so often happens, some elbow problems derailed his year last year.
Yeah, and they were smart with him. They didn't thrust him back into action with the Nationals. He had a normal offseason. You're seeing an uptick in velocity this spring for him as well. They really believe in what they have, the competitor that he is, and think they got a good one here in Gore. And that's not to mention everything else that came over in that trade. I mean, they restocked their entire farm system.
And he starts the day with a ball 4 to Mason Wynn, who's been terrific this spring. 3 stolen bases for the Cardinals shortstop. Let's see if he's put in play with a left-hander on the mound, as Gore issues his 3rd walk in this his 4th spring start for the Nationals. That's something else we're seeing a lot more this spring. Fans wanted more steals, bigger bases, and the disengagement rules. Stolen base attempts up by 50%. Alec Burleson takes inside.
I guess it's working, right? Yeah. It's working, but it is it's fun. I think it's just a reminder too, as I know you and I were both watching the World Baseball Classic last night. New rules, old rules, doesn't matter. The game's exciting, right? And you got great athletes that are out there representing their teams. Gore gives a look at Mason Wynn over at first.
Alec had an ankle problem earlier this week. Back in there today as the Cardinals designated hitter. He's knocked in a pair of runs this spring, 4 hits for Mr. Burleson. Wynn started, then stopped, and that ball is launched right center field. Well hit. Stone Garrett on the run, not going to get it off the base of the wall. Mason on his way to 3rd. Pop Warner's going to wave him. Relay throw will be late. Alec Burleson with a double makes it 1-0.
Well, Alec appears to be feeling pretty healthy. This ball is going to be out of the ballpark if the wind isn't blowing in. He gets every bit of this thing. Ball left down the middle. He gives it a ride. Mason Wynn's got to make sure that this thing does not get caught in the gap, as the wind can hang the ball up, but certainly has the speed to score from there.
So a walk and a double makes it 1-0 Cardinals. Taylor Motter the hitter, and Motter takes downstairs, ball 1. Yeah, you're right about the wind. It's a very comfortable breeze blowing straight in toward the Nationals dugout. And Mackenzie Gore having some image issues here early. He's thrown 9 pitches, just 2 strikes. There's that mid-90s gas.
A healthy rip right there by Motter, too, and that's what you want him to do. Ahead in the count, you see a fastball, give it your best hack.
Took that one, and Gore's evened up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals have been a powerful team this spring. 22 home runs as a club. The Tigers have hit 29 to lead the Grapefruit League. And there's a smoke job up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Burleson around third. Lane Thomas loads up. His throw's going to be cut off by Dominic Smith. Thank you very much. And the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead.
Well, the Cardinals take a chance right there with Burleson running. Pop Warner sends him. Very well could have got him potentially at the plate. Have you let that thing go through or even make the relay throw, but Cardinals catch a break. A very nice piece of hitting by Motter. Had some time there.
So back-to-back hits, 2-0. Still nobody out for Moises Gomez.
It's about time for Moises Gomez' first home run of the spring. I know the wind's blowing in. 39 home runs a year ago. Paced all of the minor leagues. Added to the 40-man roster this offseason. An exciting player.
And as we said, the Tigers with 29, the Phillies 28 home runs. That paces all of Major League Baseball this spring. Cardinals at 23 of them.
Well, you think about it, too, and I know that every team is affected by the World Baseball Classic, but the Cardinals missing out on a lot of their power this spring, having Arenado and Goldie being gone. Same thing with O'Neill. Tons of power there. But I think it just kind of shows off the depth that they have and the potential power. Think about this lineup and some key contributors, and Tyler O'Neill is definitely one of those. We've seen the power from Dylan Carlson. How about the spring that Brendan Donovan is having? He hit his 4th home run the other night. There's some pop here.
93 fouled back to the screen. Full count for Moises Gomez. Yeah, I don't think scoring runs is going to be the problem for the Cardinals. This is a, as you said, powerful. It's a deep lineup, but it's seemingly a multifaceted one as well. And we've seen that here in the first inning as Gomez chased one Cardinal high and didn't get it. And there's the first out of the inning. Here's Andrew Knizner. His batting 5th today. He's 1 for 15 so far at the plate.
Yeah, you know that Kiz is probably pressing a little bit right now. You know that the bat has been there throughout his minor league career, trying to get it going here in spring.
Good cut at that one, fouled away. But the Cardinals are getting good rips at Gore when he's around the strike zone. He hasn't been around the zone an awful lot.
Well, that's something that you really like to see, is how aggressive the Cardinals are on fastballs. I think that there were times over the last couple of years you just see them almost thinking too much as opposed to just reacting and letting it rip. We're seeing them let it go this spring.
As we said, Mackenzie Gore making his 4th start of the spring. He's off to a rough start against the Redbirds. He's down 2 and has only 1 out. That's driven toward right. Stone Garrett going back. He's a step shy of the wall. That had plenty of distance were it not for the wind. Knizner with a strong drive, but he's retired for the 2nd out.
Yeah, that's one of those swings right there. If you're Andrew Knizner, you mentioned the numbers coming into this at bat. That one kills you. You know you got it. You know you had a good approach. Hit it well. Just hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark with the wind blowing in. I
mean, the results are the results in spring training.
Does Kisner take a moral victory away from that at bat, even though he made the out?
Yeah, you have to. And everybody knows that he drove the ball just wrong part of the ballpark. I mean, that's what you're looking for, is hard contact. And he got some there.
So Juniel Kirakuto is the batter. He's the 6th man to hit in the first inning. He's had a good spring. 5 hits. Runner goes. Pitch is dropped by Riley Adams, and a belly flop in for Taylor Motter. Give him a stolen base.
Well, we were profiling the speed of Taylor Motter earlier. We weren't, but he gets a good jump and shows off a little bit of it. I mean, it seems like Motter has just popped up throughout this camp a lot, making great plays over at third base. Had a couple of big hits throughout camp also.
That one's going to get away from Adams, and Motter will stroll into third base. So the Cardinals are 9 for 9 in stolen bases this spring. And this one, I'm guessing pass ball. Either way, you've got a man 90 feet away with 2 outs. And as we said, stolen bases are up dramatically this spring.
I think that they're a very exciting part of the game. Anytime you have runners in motion, you've got action, things are happening.
How many do you think Willie McGee would steal in today's game?
Oh, boy. I mean, he'd never stop. He'd never stop. Think about the Whitey ball. My goodness. With these rules, limited disengagements, they're going all the time.
And just think if you had the turf, right, and the trampoline effect of the artificial surface in so many parks. That's strike 3 over the inside corner. And it wraps up a 26-pitch first inning for Mackenzie Gore. The Cardinals touch him for 2. RBIs from Alec Burleson and Taylor Motter. Steven Matz enjoys an early lead. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Busch Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Well, this Sunday fun day has gotten off to a great start. Cardinals lead by 2 as Steven Matz, Brad, goes to work in his second inning.
Yeah, we saw some good defense early on in the first inning as Mason Wynn showing off his athleticism. And you know that Steven Matz just wants to get back on that pumping strikes like we saw him the first time. First inning was falling behind, falls behind here.
But pumps in a strike to Corey Dickerson, another new addition for the Nationals club. You know all about Corey.
Yeah, and I think that Corey Dickerson is a very good addition to this young club who is rebuilding. He's in his 11th season in the big leagues. A guy that these young kids can lean on a little bit as that one gets away. Changeup up and in. Threw the changeup to get back into the count and then just missed with that one. But I think that Dickerson's a good pickup. Never really gained that traction. He had a great little stretch for the Cardinals where he just couldn't get out. I remember playing against the Cubs and he ended up being like 10 for 10. It was crazy what he was doing, but just never gained that traction on the season.
And a veteran guy like that's important for a club, as you said, that's got a good chance to lose 100 games again this year. That's off the plate. Matz has walked 2 in as many innings. You need that steady hand at the helm.
You do, and I think it's also going to be a little bit easier for Dickerson this year. Last year was an unfamiliar role for him. He was coming in to be the DH from that side of the plate, and he just never had done that before. He's going to get the opportunity to play left field pretty much every day for this Nationals team.
He gives way to Ildemaro Vargas, who gets a strike called. Vargas at 278. He's the Nationals designated hitter.
Vargas very well traveled in his career, actually originally signed by the Cardinals in 2008.
Slow roller out towards second. Kramer Robertson with the stretch to Mason Wynn. Nicely done. Cardinals get the lead runner. Dickerson's erased. 1 on, 1 out.
Well, good job to get the lead runner. Smart by Mason Wynn to extend. In a situation like that, you turn yourself into a first baseman, stretch out and get that 1 out for sure.
And it keeps the double play in order for C.J. Abrams. Nationals really feel good, Brad, about their up-the-middle combination. Garcia and Abrams, another talented kid who's 22 years young. They hope he's going to get bigger and stronger and add to that 2-homer total from last season.
Yeah, and talking to those around the organization, they truly do believe that that is going to be there. Not that he's going to be a 30-home run guy, but they believe that there's a lot more power. You've seen the skill set as he takes away runs like crazy defensively. He's got good speed. He'll end up hitting for average, too, but there is more power. And he's got the ability on this team to just go out there and learn at the big league level.
Swung late there and sprays that into the crowd. 0-2 the count.
I feel like he's a little bit different with the Padres as they've got that nucleus to go win a championship. It's hard to have a young player just learn at that level. You kind of have to have more established guys. But here, he's going to get the chance. He's going to be in the lineup every day, and just another piece of that big Soto trade.
Breaking ball skied toward left. Moises Gomez drifting back, glasses gleaming, and in left center, the grab made by Church. Nathan Church comes over right behind Moises Gomez. That ball was in straightaway left. He makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
I do understand center field priority, but he took over on this one. Doesn't matter. The play ends up being made. Had to range a long way to get it. You see Church there. He's calling him off. That's Nathan Church in center.
Well, of course, Church has to make a play on Sunday, don't you think, Brad?
See what you did there, and I liked it.
But he might have to have a Church chat with Moises Gomez to figure out who's supposed to make that play. But it worked out for the second out. Here's Stone Garrett. Talked about his interesting story when we first saw the Nationals this spring. Garrett's another guy that wouldn't let the dream die. He was originally with the Marlins in their minor leagues, was released, became a real estate agent. A scout recommended he go to a tryout. The Arizona Diamondbacks signed him, and he got to the big leagues in August of last year.
Such a cool story.
Right?
It is. Keep playing. Another guy with a very good opportunity here. This is a team where if you are hot, you're going to play. If you're swinging it, they're going to give you a chance.
Tapper hit toward third. Tricky hop. Looping throw, and Motter can't come down with it. Guadalupe throwing on the run. Flipped it too high, and the inning continues for Washington. That'll be an infield hit for Stone Garrett. Garrett's a big dude. He got down the line in good shape. And Leonel Valera, another Baltimore chop. Kramer will play the hop. He'll fire to first, and just in time. Valera thought he beat the rap at first, but the Cardinals shut down a Nationals threat in this second inning. 2-0 Redbirds. Sunday, April 2nd, 25,000 fans 16 and older take home a lightweight hooded long sleeve pullover. Stay warm on chilly evenings at Busch Stadium all season long. Tickets are at cardinals.com/promotions. Kramer Robertson jumps on the first pitch and hits it out. It's 3-0. Sorry, Kramer, I'm going to have to read the promos a little faster.
He's ready. He's ready to take advantage of it. First pitch, gets a fastball, puts a charge into it. You've seen some of the power in the minor leagues. A lot of doubles, but he's definitely got that long ball power, shows it off.
So 3 runs on 3 hits for the Cardinals off Mackenzie Gore.
Might have to tighten up some of this copy in 2023.
Not the first, won't be the last, right? That ball is shot to right. Garrett on the run. He's not going to get that. That's off the base of the wall. Justin Turner into second, and the Cardinals are shillelaghing Mackenzie Gore here in this second inning.
Well, the most impressive part about this for me is what you were alluding to in the first inning, that he was around the strike zone, not in it. But when he is there, these guys are honed in. They're ready to take good swings. This is a good fastball on the inner half that Turner just turns on and ends up driving it yet again. See the wind blowing in. Another ball that could have easily been off the wall or over it.
So here's the man of the hour, Nathan Church, on this sunny Sunday. Runner at second. And he does the right thing. He'll get his man to third base. Unselfish at bat for Nathan Church. You love that. Now an RBI chance for Mason Wynn with Turner at third and one out. Wynn walked and scored. And also made a sensational sweep tag on a stolen base try in the first inning. Infield comes in for Washington, down 3. And Brad, we talked about this the other night. It is so fun to see so many of these Cardinal youngsters getting opportunities, which is the theme of this camp, and making the most of them, and now really making the decision-making process for Ollie, his staff, and Mo a lot more difficult with less than 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, and that's exciting for them, too. That's what you want, is difficult decisions, and you want guys to force your hands. And you have a guy like Mason Wynn here, who, I mean, he's not projected to break camp with the team, but, boy, he's done everything to do so at this point. If you just threw everything out, you didn't know his age, you didn't know how many reps he's had, what levels, you say he's one of the best players on the diamond. He certainly has been. That's exciting.
Yeah, he has not looked overmatched at all in any facet, as he's one of 51 players remaining in big league camp. The Cardinals sent a handful of men down to AAA and to the minor league camp, including Gordon Graceffo and Michael McGreevy, a couple of very highly thought of young pitchers. Another shot to right. Stone Garrett, that ball curling away from him. He's going to make the grab at the edge of the warning track, and the Cardinals play ABC baseball and add on another run. Sac fly, RBI. It's 4-0.
Seeing a little bit of everything this inning. You're seeing the long ball. That's baseball nowadays, but also manufacturing. Good to see. Ground ball to the right side, got him over, and the deep fly to right brings him in.
So Mackenzie Gore facing Alec Burleson for the second time, and this one on the ground is short. Abrams has that, and his peg to first in time, and that will retire the side. Kramer Robertson with a leadoff home run, his first of the spring, and the Cardinals enjoy a 4-0 lead. Saturday, May 6th, Busch Stadium hosts the 18th annual Purina Pooches in the Ballpark Day. Come downtown and enjoy a ball game with man's best friend beside you. A limited number of tickets are on sale at cardinals.com/pooches. Is that better?
I mean, good thing he didn't swing, but yes. Yeah, it was way better. He was very fast. I don't think you can do it much quicker than that.
I felt like one of those guys at the end of the car disclaimers commercials. Yeah. As Riley Adams leads off for the Nats, swing and a miss.
A really good changeup right there by Matz. This is the inning you just love to see him pound strikes, go right after him. Started getting that weak contact last inning.
Yanked foul. 2-2. Adams vying for the backup job behind the plate for Washington. They made big news the other day. They locked up one of their other young cornerstone franchise players to a nice deal.
Yeah, K-Bear Ruiz ended up signing an 8-year deal. A couple of club options as well.
That's hammered towards center. Church on the run. He's going to turn, and that ball is going to go. Riley Adams to the deepest part of the ballpark puts the Nationals on the board.
Riley saying, I want a contract like K-Bear's. Like, get me in there. Wants to be that backup right there, but good to see the competition there behind the plate for that secondary job. We've talked about that with the Cardinals as well. This one here just elevated, left it right down the middle. It was an 84-mile-an-hour changeup from Steven Matz. When that thing's down, it's effective. When it's up, it's dangerous.
So it's a 4-1 game now. Back to the top of the order, and Lane Thomas Thomas walked and was thrown out trying to steal on the back end of a strike him out, throw him out, inning ending double play in the first. Again, he's playing center field because Victor Robles is hurt. Robles injured his knee a couple of games ago.
That's one that the baseball world was so high on Victor Robles, and it just has not gotten there as quick as many expected. Still see flashes of the skill set. Remember, I mean, there were times where he was talked about more than Soto.
So Matz battles back to a full count. And a little tapper. Got to hurry. Thomas can run. Win with a cannon. Unloads and got him by a step. Well, you love seeing young middle infielders, Brad, have field awareness, situational awareness, who's running and how well their internal clock adjusts.
Yeah, that's part of it. Beforehand, you have to know everybody that's out there and their skill set. And certainly you know the case there with Lane Thomas. He's aggressive, plays right through the ball, good throw on the run. And anytime we get a chance to see a bang-bang close play and that guy's throwing the ball, sign me up. Like, that is exciting watching him, as we've seen him in camp already throw 199.5 miles an hour across the diamond, threw 100.5 in the Futures game. A big-time weapon.
Make sure that first baseman's mitts webbing is tight.
I think Juan Yepes a couple days ago, his life flashed before his eyes on a couple of balls.
Dominic Smith. Always liked this guy. Good hitter. Good eye at the plate as he takes ball 4. Matz has walked 3 men now in 2 1/3 innings. Not missing by much, but he is missing, and he's back to the stretch. And Dusty Blake is going to make his way to the mound and slow the game down just a bit for Steven here.
Yeah, interesting second time out for Steven Matz. As we talked about his first time, Chip, I mean, he was so good. He was putting the fastball wherever he wanted it. The changeup was perfect. The breaking ball, I mean, everything was spotting up. Today he's just battling himself a little bit more, trying to find that consistent release point, and this is the place to be doing that in spring training. You're getting your reps in and just trying to make those little adjustments. You know that with the ground ball rate that he's got, he's 1 pitch away from getting right out of this inning with the ground ball.
Now the mound visit clock has expired and has been expired for about 10 seconds. Lance Barksdale hasn't broken it up yet. Now he has. That's kind of interesting.
It is. It is. And a lot of it, all of the issues with the clock are umpire discretion. You'll end up seeing the umpire start the clock again. But he did give him a little extra time there. Maybe that's a spring training thing.
I'm okay with that as Garcia digs in. And lifted toward left. Gomez on the run. Wynn pushing that into the corner. And that is a foul ball.
Thought we might see Nathan Church make a play on that.
It is his territory, you know.
he ranged far over there one time. It was a good chase by Moises Gomez.
He's very slowly making his way out to his spot in left. I wonder if he banged into the wall. We lose sight of the outfielders when they go into the corner past the bullpens. And Cardinals making sure Moises is all right.
It really appears he's got something bothering him. I'm sure they'll talk to him in the next half of the inning.
Well, you know what's probably going to happen here, right? They're going to hit a fly ball to left, and he's going to have to go chase it down. That's how the baseball gods operate, right?
Baseball generally finds you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Big swing and a miss. For Garcia, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, different look to the breaking ball from Matz. Seems to have a little bit more horizontal movement than we usually see. I don't know if that's by design or just arms dropping a little bit, but it works. Very effective with that shape against lefties.
He's had to labor a bit here in the top of the third. 1 on, 1 in, and 1 out. That just swept off the plate. Good eye by Garcia. A couple of different types of breaking balls shown by Matz in this sequence.
Well, it's nice to be able to utilize the same pitch different ways. Good changeup there. Didn't get him fishing on the breaking ball, but he got him with the straight changeup. Such an effective pitch. Looks just like the fastball out of the hand of Steven Matz, but it ends up just staying under the zone. You see the great arm action, and the grip does all the work.
So 2 strikeouts. He's gotten Garcia both times. And now lefty-lefty with Corey Dickerson and 2 outs. Breaking ball fouled away. Strike 1 for Dickerson.
You can tell Steven a little mad at himself after that pitch. He's had a couple of those breaking balls he's just left up in the zone. Really trying to work down with that thing.
Got away with one there, center cut, but Dickerson could do no more than foul it back. And the Nats are down to their last strike.
Well, you saw him pull out the left-on-left changeup to get the punch out of Garcia. Does he do it against Dickerson?
Nope. Fastball right down Market Street. And that will end the Nationals' 3rd inning. A Riley Adams homer, their lone tally. Pool play has started in the World Baseball Classic, Brad, and the Cardinals representatives had a big night for Team USA.
Certainly did. Goldie getting in on the action. You know that hustle never stops when it comes to Goldie. Nolan Arenado, he's driving in some runs. Waino ended up going 4 strong in this one against Great Britain as Team USA takes down Great Britain 6-2. The tournament's been fun. I know you've been watching a lot of it. Some real excitement around the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, 39,000 plus in Phoenix for the USA Great Britain game. They had 35, almost 36,000 down at Lone Depot Park in Miami for Venezuela and the Dominican. Venezuela knocked off the Dominican Republic, which was a bit of a surprise.
It was. You talk about an atmosphere. Boy, those two teams playing against each other, their fan bases are crazy.
It was loud for the fans in Miami as Taylor Motter takes a strike. Motter with an RBI single, a stolen base in his lone trip to the plate against Mackenzie Gore today. Good cut, fouled straight back. It's 2-2.
Yeah, something we've noticed about Taylor Motter, he's not going to get cheated very often. I mean, he's up there looking to do some damage. A guy that wants to find his way back to the big leagues. 161 big league games in his career. Good take right there. Change up bottom of the zone, recognized it, but I mean, he's been with several organizations throughout his career. We've seen him with Tampa Bay, Seattle, Minnesota, Colorado, Boston. Been everywhere. Cincy for a couple of games last year.
On the ground to the left side. Nice pick at third. And the throw to Dom Smith is perfect to retire Motter for out number 1. The other big story in Cardinal camp, it took place yesterday in West Palm Beach, and that of course was Jordan Walker strained his shoulder on a headfirst slide into second base. Doesn't sound like it's a serious problem. He was going to have today's game off irrespective of the injury. The whole Cardinals team has a day off tomorrow and won't resume action until Tuesday, so that's perfect timing.
It is for sure. And he talked to the assembled media this morning. He said, look, it's really not a big deal. Actually, I'm planning on going to hit right after we have our team meeting. So seems like he's avoided a serious injury. I think that's going to be something in his career, though, that he's going to figure out, hey, when is it time to go head first? When is it time to go feet first? Because he's such a talented player, such a big dude, also 6'6", diving in places. You want to make sure you're limiting the chances you have to go get hurt out there, but you respect the way that he plays. Like, he's diving everywhere. We saw him the other day diving into home plate looking like Superman. You love the way that he plays. I think it's going to be about picking your spots.
So hopefully he and the Cardinals dodged a bullet with serious injury. We'll know more in the days ahead. As Moises Gomez, who looked banged up a moment ago, stays in the game and bats for the second time. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Gomez down on strikes for the second time. Mackenzie Gore has punched out 3 Cardinals so far in the game. 2 are out for Andrew Kisner, who hit a rope to right that the wind kept in the ballpark.
Yeah, Kis did a really good job in his first at-bat of just letting the ball travel, going the other way with it, and put a charge into it. It's been a frustrating camp for him offensively, but hopefully something he could build off there in that last at-bat.
That was a nasty pitch. No balls at a strike for Andrew Kisner. Cardinals got 2 in the first. They got 2 in the second.
Pretty good spot.
Thought that was good enough.
Yeah, good miss. Went backdoor with the slider. Went back foot on the first pitch, and then started that same pitch off the plate. Just didn't get the call from Lance Barksdale. He's looking like he's settling in a little bit right now. We saw the first couple of innings with Gore where his command was a little bit all over the place. He talked about that after his third outing. He was upset specifically with his fastball command.
Chopper toward third. That should be easy, and it is. And Mackenzie Gore has his first 1-2-3 inning. Off we go to the fourth. Glad you're with us in Jupiter. After 3, Brad, Mason Wynn off to another impressive start in today's play.
Yeah, a couple of good defensive plays early on. First time it's the steal. Kisner throws it up the line. Great athletic play to get Lane Thomas. Then he comes in, gets the speedy Thomas again, been the victim twice. Ends up getting some good base running here on Burleson doubling the gap. Then we saw him with a sac fly to right as well. So doing all of it so far in this ball game early on. 4th inning now is Mason Wynn.
Matz goes back to work. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks for Steven. He's allowed a home run among the 2 hits for the Nationals so far today. And he'll face Ildemaro Vargas, C.J. Abrams, and Stone Garrett. Popped up. Let's see if this one stays in play. Guerracuto and Kisner. It is off the top railing in front of the Nationals dugout.
Well, that was one right there where neither one of them were sure they were going to be able to get to it. You saw the eye contact a couple of times. Kisner looked at Guerracuto. Guerracuto looked at Kisner, and neither one of them able to get it. That's one, though, in spring training. I don't need anybody going over the rail. I don't need you slamming into the side. Just go ahead and make a pitch right here.
Another pop-up. This one back toward us.
Do you always bring a glove?
No,
where did that come from?
I sit here because I can't even catch a cold, Brad. That's common carry family history. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We already know Cardinals fans are the best fans in baseball. I rely on your expertise. I assume they're the best fielding fans in baseball too, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Look, if there were rules like we see the Savannah Bananas play with, where a foul ball hit to the stands, yeah, it's in play.
Yeah, you catch it, you're out.
They're making all the plays.
Yeah, right. They'll dive, right?
Of course they'll dive. They'll dive now without that being a rule. Good punch out right there. Good action on that pitch from Matz, the changeup.
Well, he's trying to finish strong. Brad, he struck out the last 3 hitters he's faced.
It took a minute for him to settle in, but now you're seeing it. Putting the fastball where he wants it.
So whatever adjustment Steven needed to make, it appears he's made it in between innings. And quickly ahead of Abrams, who flied out to Church in left. And he struck him out, chased a high fastball. That's 4 in a row in the punch-out department and 5 in total in the game.
Matt's had a little extra juice on that one. Ball's coming out of his hand really well. This one at 95. It's elevated at the belt. Abrams can't catch up to it.
And now it's strike after strike.
Well, that's what we saw in the first outing for him, and especially that pitch. He was able to locate glove side, get that fastball in on right-handers. I like that idea right there, too. He doesn't use the slider often, but that was a good spot for it. He ran the sinker in for a strike and then tried to throw the slider off of that back foot.
That pitch slapped away, foul by Stone Garrett. And now Stevens got him set up. What do you look for him to throw here on a 1-2?
Well, it depends on what he's trying to work with. If he wants to work on that slider, this would be a good one back foot. I expect to see the changeup, though. Locate that thing down, get him to swing right over it.
Garrett used his timeout. Matz goes right back to work, and that ball is ripped into left field. That's going to bounce off the warning track and over the fence for a rule book double. Nice piece of hitting for Stone Garrett, who's 2 for 2.
Quick hands right there. Steven Matz ended up going with the sinker on this one. It's 93. It's in. He hit the spot that he wanted, but Stone Garrett beats him to the spot. And that looks like that's going to be the day for Steven Matz as he ends up working 3 2/3.
69 pitches for Steven Matz. He strikes out 5 and leaves with a 4-1 lead. Cardinals baseball on Bally Sports Midwest is brought to you by Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life, we're your shield, we're your shelter. And by Hyundai, it's your journey on every mile in a brand new Hyundai. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Kyle Leahy is on. He's a non-roster player, Brad.
Yeah, Kyle Leahy's his 3rd appearance of Grapefruit League action. We had the opportunity to see his first appearance against the Marlins, where he punched out 3 in his inning of work. Good stuff. Good feel for a breaking ball. That time the slider. He's also got a bigger curveball that he'll throw in as well. Can run it up there in the mid-90s. Innings eater last year in the minor leagues, 144 2/3 innings.
Little chopper towards second. Kramer's got it. Throws across his body. And that's in time to retire the side. Nationals are done in the 4th. Cardinals have an early lead. Golden Knights will have coverage from Enterprise Center starting at 5:30 right here on Bally Sports Midwest. Brad Thompson, Chip Carey with you from Jupiter. A sunny 84-degree day. As the Cardinals have jumped on Mackenzie Gore for 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Look to add on here in the 4th. And Juniel Kirakuto pops the first one up center of the diamond. Who wants it? It'll be the third baseman, Valera, making the play, and there is out number 1.
I think you saw Gore last inning really settle in a little bit. His first 1, 2, 3 innings, starting to get good feel for his fastball and starting to repeat things. I think we saw that with Matz as well. Took a little while to get comfortable, but then started to look a heck of a lot better.
Kramer Robertson ambushed the first pitch he saw today and hit a home run.
Pretty sure Mackenzie Gore remembered that, and that's why he gets that back foot slider first pitch, just in case he gets jumpy again. A pretty good piece right there last time for Kramer Robertson. First pitch fastball, hammered it to left.
Two balls, one strike. Telegraph that off-speed pitch, and Robertson takes high, ball three.
I was glad to see Kramer Robertson make his way back to the Cardinals organization. He got called up for a couple of games in May, got sent out, ended up going to the Braves organization for a little bit, and finds his way back here at home. Fourth-round pick of the Cardinals a couple years ago.
Puts up a good fight here in the home fourth. And the count stays 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Gore's getting all he can handle right here with Kramer Robertson. Try to blow the fastball by him.
That ball's ladled down the right field line toward the Cardinals bullpen and out of play. We'll try again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stratton, Helsley, Hicks, Verhagen, and Hentz all scheduled to pitch today for the Cardinals. And there is action in the Redbirds bullpen. The pitch is across the chute tops, and he checked his swing. So Kramer's aboard for the second time. He's homered and walked. That snaps 7 in a row set down by Mackenzie Gore. And Justin Turner, the batter, he's doubled and scored today.
Justin Turner and Nathan Church both getting starts in this one today, and both taking advantage of the opportunity. Seen Church range on the outfield, make a good play. Also get a ground ball, get the runner to third. And Turner jumped on one early, doubling the gap.
Late round pick in the draft by the Cardinals back in 2018 out of Cal State Northridge. And that second inning double, his first hit of the spring for the Cardinals.
That take there too, Chip, right there, right off the plate away, kind of tells you who Turner is. Turner's a guy that he's got a very good eye, does not strike out a ton, will take his walks, but also has some pop.
Good pass at that pitch, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Cardinals have done that to Mackenzie Gore today. I think that's a real apt scouting report. They've taken their walks. They've forced a lot of deep counts. And when he's been around the plate, they've gotten good looks. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Cardinals in this game so far. But there's been a lot of action on the base paths, so they've done a nice job against Mackenzie.
I like seeing the bottom of the order making him work.
Mile high fly ball to right. Stone Garrett is there at the edge of the track. Kramer's going to tag. He's going to try to advance, and he's going to be toast. What a throw from Stone Garrett. Kramer Robertson is doubled up, and that ends the Cardinals' 4th inning. What a throw. 4-1 St. Louis. Stone Garrett sends us to the 5th. New pitcher for the Redbirds, Ryan Helsley, will take over as the Nationals will send their 9-1-2 hitters up, Brad, in the top of the 5th.
Well, Ryan Helsley made his 4th appearance of the spring, and Toyota, key to the game is good penmanship, as the Cardinals going to be rolling out a lot of relievers they're going to rely on this season. It starts with Helsley. We'll see Hicks in here as well. Stratton is scheduled, as is Drew Verhagen and Tink Hentz. So you see a lot of big arms, starting with this one of the biggest arms in the game of baseball.
That's one of the challenges for a manager, I think, in spring training games. How do you ramp up the intensity for guys who are used to pitching in high leverage situations when they come in a spot like this?
It's impossible.
Fifth inning,
yeah,
right?
It really is. It's impossible. It's about getting the work in, getting the reps up. And a guy like Helsley, who has pitched on the biggest stages and been in the tightest games, once the season starts, well, that's where those things amp up. But it's about being healthy, and he's looked healthy this spring.
As you said, his last outing, terrific. He struck out 3 men. 3 innings, 4 strikeouts for Ryan so far in games against the Marlins, the Mets, and Team Nicaragua. Now he faces the Nationals. And he's ahead of Riley Adams, who homered his first and only time up today.
Well, you're up there, you're facing Ryan Helsley, you're Adams, and you're thinking, okay, well, I better be ready for the fastball. I know that he throws 97 to 100. Then he throws that slider right there at 89. That's something that we've seen him really be able to evolve with, is the feel for his secondary pitches.
And after that slider, that 99 might look like 109.
Yeah, it plays pretty well, doesn't it?
A ball and 2 strikes. Did he go? He did not. Do we have a pitch clock violation? Yes, we did.
Yeah, he ended up taking first, but the count's actually 3-2. It's 3-2 is the count. They're going to end up bringing him back. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, too, but was not in time. So the count runs full.
Throw it again. See what happens.
Might as well.
He did. And that's tough at bat, spring training or no. You think you get ball 4 instead? It's a left turn and strike 3.
Well, this is a look at Ryan Helsley last time out on Thursday against Team Nicaragua. Ended up punching out the side, got the call on a breaking ball, blows the heater right past, and then another breaking ball there. He's just looked so comfortable early on, looking to build off that all-star performance a year ago.
Lane Thomas 0 for 1 with a walk. Well, this is a Cardinals staff that if there has been a knock, it's not a high strikeout staff, right? I think it's safe to say, especially among the starters. I don't know that you can say that about the back end of the bullpen.
No, the back end of the bullpen is going to get their strikeouts, and certainly Helsley is going to have a lot to do with this, as is Giovanni Gallegos, who misses a lot of bats. I think the big key, too, is having Jordan Hicks get to where he was at the end of the season last year, because you look at some of his batted ball numbers, it really is incredible with the type of stuff he has, the amount of contact that is there. We got another violation, time clock violation on Lane Thomas, so he gets a strike out. Love it. Save you a pitch. We'll put that in the highlight reel for next week.
How are you going to score that if there's a pitch clock strikeout?
I'm going to go with a K. I don't know how you're going to work it on yours. I might draw a little picture of a clock.
Well, Scott Fransky, the longtime voice of the Phillies, calls it a strikeout not looking. And I think that's exactly what happened. Thomas wasn't facing the pitcher with the appropriate amount of time left, and he's rung up for the second out of the inning. And Dominic Smith, the batter, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Look at that ball disappear. You try to cheat, you expect the heat, and you get the hook instead.
Yeah, well, you can see it. You can see it in his swing right there. He's just geared up for the fastball, and that's the beauty of this slider here from Helsley, is it looks just like the heater until it dives off the plane.
So Smith has some heavy lifting to do, but it can't happen. How about that inning? Back-to-back outings for Helsley, where he strikes out 3 batters. That's as good as it gets, and the Cardinals rolling 4-1. April Fool's Day is Saturday, and we're not kidding you. The 25,000 fans 16 and older take home a mystery bobblehead showcasing either Yadier Molina or Albert Pujols, courtesy of Central Bank. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. Hobie Harris is now pitching for the Nationals. Nathan Church will lead off for the Redbirds here in the home fifth.
Well, a great opportunity for Church here. Drafted just last year in the 11th round.
And a base hit up the middle.
That's what you want to see, isn't it? You come up from minor league camp, you get a chance, get up there and swing, busting out of the box, showing off some of the speed as well. Maybe we'll see some of that speed put to the test.
Mason Wynns had a good day today at the plate and in the field. That's sunk out of sight. From Mr. Harris, who was originally drafted by the Yankees 8 years ago. Last year, 53 games out of the Nashville bullpen at AAA. And pitched well, 2.04 ERA.
I feel like if you're going to be in the minor leagues, Nashville's not a terrible place to be.
Nope. And there's some who think, Brad, it won't be a minor league baseball city for much longer if baseball expands. Bunted foul off the plate.
I think that could work. You know that's a ever-growing city there. Support their teams pretty well. Be a fun regional rival for sure if it did in fact happen.
Yeah, nestled right between Atlanta, Cincinnati, and St. Louis. Dave Stewart, former big league general manager, great pitcher himself, involved in the potential ownership group with Nashville. Man, was Dave Stewart a great player.
He was so good.
Win to third. Tricky hop. Second for one, and waylaid at first. So Church forced out, Wins at first. Alec Burleson the batter. Alex had a nice day today as the DH. He's doubled home a run, and he has scored in 2 trips. Again, good to see him back playing in games after some ankle problems.
Yeah, it was a late scratch earlier in the week against the Yankees. Taking care of that ankle, though. He played in the game last night yesterday went 0 for 4 as Mason Wynn gets caught over at first base. Harris with the quick move and gets him. Frustrating right there. All it took was that quick lean, fast move.
You have a good pickoff move like that, you don't have to worry about how many disengagements you make.
Yeah, right. Show it off quickly. Just by showing it off, too, guys will be closer to the base. But to your point about Burleson, nice to see him back in there getting these reps because they're important right now. Alec Burleson, obviously a guy that's fighting to be on this roster, whether it be a corner outfielder, DH, likely both of those options. Guy that can hit for average, he can hit for power. Does not strike out a ton. Had a very low strikeout rate last year at AAA. Hit .331. That was the International League batting champion.
Slash toward the gap in left center. That ball's got some carry to it, but it'll be caught shy of the track. And Hobie Harris, an impressive bottom of the 5th inning. He gives up a hit, but nothing else. And the Cardinals' lead is still 3. St. Louis Cardinals baseball on Valley Sports Midwest is brought to you by Toyota. Deer Adventure. Ready when you are. Toyota, let's go places. And by CarShield. CarShield, cars go farther. We're in the 6th inning. Brad and Chip with you from beautiful Jupiter, Florida. Drew Verhagen is on, the 4th Cardinal pitcher, Brad, and his spring has gone swimmingly.
It really has. 4th outing here for Drew Verhagen. The first 3 have gone really well. He's punched out 4 so far. And he has just looked really comfortable. You and I were talking about it during the break. He just finally looks healthy again. Marred by injury last year. Season shortened by hip surgery. But looking good now. Very good changeup. Great sinking action right there.
He's thrown 3 innings of scoreless, 1-hit baseball and has struck out 4.
Well, Luis Garcia, he took his 32nd timeout right there. Drew Verhagen was rolling. He was on the mound ready to go. Garcia wanted a breather.
And takes that one just low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia has struck out twice, once into a double play. Matt started, gave up 1 run in 3 2/3 innings through 69 pitches in his second start. Leahy got an out to get Matz out of the 4th inning. Ryan Helsley just struck out the side in the 5th. Now it's Verhagen's turn in a 4-1 Cardinal game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, too, as it's a very competitive camp overall, but the bullpen is tight. So where does Drew Verhagen fit? If he keeps throwing like he's throwing the ball, there is going to be a fit. He's a guy that can give you multiple innings. He's also a guy, when you look at his stuff, he can profile late in ball games. Good feel for multiple pitches. But he's just got to keep up doing what he's doing right now. It's just great to see him healthy.
Little roller. Verhagen will field, and glove flip to first in time for out number 1.
Well, it started with the pitch, a good one. Nice changeup, gets him out in front, little tapper, and then gets style points going with the glove flip. Didn't really have enough time to transfer it. Just a nice play right here by Drew Verhagen.
Didn't know that Drew played highlight in his days as a college player. But he used the cesta nicely there for out number 1. Here's Dickerson.
I had no idea the name of that thing. Cesta?
Cesta.
You are a wealth of knowledge.
A wealth of something.
Also true.
Not sure if knowledge.
You are full of something.
Thank you. That's a better way of putting it.
Believe it to be knowledge.
Corey Dickerson hits. You ever go to a highlight match?
No, I would love to.
Oh, man. Those curved wicker baskets, and they fling that ball over 100 miles an hour and make the plays. Amazing. Amazing athletes.
Is that what you do in the off season? You're a highlight player?
Look at this body. You know the answer to that's no.
I'm just seeing leverage there. Great arm.
To pitch. A little low. A ball and 2 strikes.
Really liking that changeup from Verhagen. It's got very good depth to it. Throwing it hard. I've seen it 88 to that time 90.
Lifted to center. Church says he's got it. Glasses gleaming. And he's going to give way to Gomez. They're even. They're laughing about that. This time.
Boys is Gomez saying, man, I appreciate you letting me catch my ball right at me.
Draw a line out there, fellas. No trouble that time for out number 2. Here's Vargas. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Cardinals got runs in the 1st and 2nd. It's been a very well pitched game since. Redbirds tagged Mackenzie Gore for 4 runs. Again towards center and right center. It's going to be Turner making the play, and that will retire the side. The good Cardinal relief pitching continues in a scoreless 6th. Friends at Budweiser bring you what's on tap. The Redbirds are back in action Thursday here from Roger Dean Stadium. Once again, they'll host the world champion Astros. Our coverage starts Thursday at noon on Bally Sports Midwest. Here against the Nationals, Cardinals after 5.5 enjoy a 4-1 lead. Taylor Motter had a hand in that scoring. He has an RBI single today. Obie Harris, an impressive 5th inning. Gave up a hit, picked off Mason Wynn, and faced just 3 batters. Nationals made a couple of defensive changes. We'll get you those in a moment. As this ball is cracked towards center. Alex Call is there. However, the wind knocked that down at straightaway 400 mark, and Motters retired for out number 1. So here are the changes for you. Matt Adams has checked in. The former Cardinal at first base. Alex Call, as we told you, is in center. Moises Gomez didn't get that. Michael Chavis at second base.
Thought that Matt Adams was a really smart signing. Bringing him back into the Nationals organization, compete for a spot. Just a great veteran to have around. Good teammate. He's a winner. Good for this young Nationals team. Wish Matt Adams nothing but the best.
Moises Gomez quickly 2 strikes, and a breaking ball gets him to swing and miss. Tell you what, Harris is pitching impressively. He's got good stuff.
He does. Specifically that changeup. You've seen some really awkward swings. That one, the awkwardest there from Moises Gomez, reaching out, couldn't get it. But he also had one to Motter that he threw that just froze him. That's going to be it for Harris. He gets in his work. Impressive outing.
17 pitches. He faced 5 men, struck out 1 of them, and Davey Martinez goes to his bullpen down 3. Cardinals Hall of Fame voting is open for the 2023 election. It's presented by Edwards Jones. Our nominees are Joaquin Andujar, Steve Carlton, David Freese, Matt Morris, and Edgar Renteria. Boy, what a great class that is. Cast your vote at cardinals.com/HOF. Voting closes April 21st. New pitcher on for the Nationals, Corey Abbott, a former high draft pick of the Cubs.
Made his debut with the Cubs in 2021. Worked 16 games last year for the Nationals.
Drafted in 2017, like so many, lost the full season because of COVID in 2020. Now trying to stick at a Washington bullpen, Brad, that last year was unique in that they often didn't have a left-handed relief pitcher. Now, it's right-handed, of course, but still there's some open spots in that category for Davey Martinez.
I'd say it's a pretty wide competition out there, and Abbott trying to take advantage of that. Very unorthodox mechanics when you look at him.
Broken bat, and out to second. That bat sawed in half lengthwise, and that sends us to the 7th inning. Cardinals enjoy a 4-1 lead. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the St. Louis Cardinals. It might not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. New pitcher on for the Redbirds. Jordan Hicks will face C.J. Abrams.
I'm sure that Jordan Hicks has been looking forward to getting back out there on the mound. Last time out, he struggled with his command a little bit, worked around a couple of walks in his outing against Nicaragua, gave up 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, but showing some good feel early on. Another just key piece to this bullpen. You know how dominant he can be. You've seen the stuff. We saw him come back late last year and have a really good feel for the strike zone, was limiting the walks. That has been an issue, early on in his career, but seemed to have that figured out. That's uncomfortable.
Yep. Collarbone high at 99 miles an hour.
That'll keep you honest.
If he had a real good changeup, this would be a fantastic spot to use it.
Anything down and away right here will be just fine.
That was up and away and no offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's Davey Martinez, led the Nationals to the World Series back in 2019. Swing and a miss. Abrams blown away. Got a little piece of it, but not enough. 99 miles an hour. Davies in the last year of his contract, as is Mike Rizzo, the GM. Wonder how they'll be evaluated with the Nationals franchise potentially on the market.
Well, I think that both of those gentlemen have done a very good job of building an organization and growing them, and certainly a different job right now for Davey Martinez with this team, young nucleus. I mean, they're looking a few years down the road with some of the prospects they brought in on the Soto deal. I thought he's done a very good job over the last couple of years. Same thing with Mike Rizzo.
And really, if you think of it, as Stone Garrett digs in, there may not have been a more hard luck World Series championship winning organization than the Nationals. After the season you win it is when you really get to celebrate. The 2020 season was shortened and almost canceled. No fans in attendance in 2020.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any less real.
No.
It happened, and they all earned it, and it's a great thing, but it stinks to not be able to have that celebration tour that final year. Good slider, gets the punch out as Hicks.
And you think of the great players that the Nationals had. They're all playing elsewhere now as they start this new chapter, a chapter with which Mike Rizzo is very excited. He said, we have more upside of any group of minor league players that they've ever had in the history of the Nationals franchise in Washington. And with the great players they've had, you mentioned Soto, Rendon, Strasburg, Ryan Zimmerman. That's saying something.
It is for sure. And you look at their three top prospects, they're all outfielders currently. Two of them ended up coming in that Juan Soto deal. As that one, he does go around on it, does Valera. But James Wood, he's 20 years old. He's 6'7". I mean, he's a monster.
He's their Jordan Hicks.
Yes, ETA is probably a couple of years away. And Robert Hassel III is another guy, probably a couple of years away. And they just drafted in the first round, I believe it was 5th overall, Elijah Green. I mean, three of the more talented outfielders in all of baseball.
Talk about talent. How about that inning? Mr. Hicks just blew away the Nationals, struck out the side. That's how you send us to the stretch. Cardinals enjoy a 4-1 lead. Fans help Cardinals Care raise funds to benefit kids in the community by purchasing a ticket for our spring training 50-50 rollover raffle presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. One lucky winner wins 50% of the jackpot. You have to be 18 and in the state of Missouri at the time of purchase. Go to cardinals.com/50-50 for your tickets. Corey Abbott back to work. Juniel Kerakuto, the batter, looking for his first hit as we've reached the home 7th. Cardinals lead it 4-1. A very crisply well-pitched game so far in Jupiter today.
It really has been. The Cardinals pitching staff looked good. Steven Matz looked better as he went along. The bullpen has been great. Just saw Hicks punch out the side. Helsley did the same thing. Verhagen looked good. Leahy looked good.
Cardinals got 2 in the first inning, 2 in the second inning. Kramer Robertson, the lone Cardinal, with a home run today. All that damage came off Mackenzie Gore, who gave up 4 runs in his 4th start this spring. Steven Matz started, went 3 2/3, gave up 1 run, struck out 5. As Kerakuto didn't get a high heater, it's 2-2. Is our last broadcast for a few days. You ready to get home and get the honeydew list taken care of?
That's right. Time to do a little bit of laundry.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's headed for the right field corner. That'll roll up against the fence. Kerakuto, with the helmet flying, will stand at second with a leadoff double.
Wow, good job by Kerakuto to get something he can handle right here. You mentioned it's been a very good camp for him. He showed off some positional versatility. He showed the fact that he can swing it, gets to something in. I mean, it's a pretty darn good pitch. Elevated, though, enough for him to be able to get the barrel to it and keeps it fair.
So a good start to the home 7th as the Cardinals look for some insurance. Good day for Kramer Robertson. He's homered and he has walked. One ball, no strikes. Yeah, you've got a whole host of things. You said laundry. You've got a new dog. You've got the new fence. Kids have school, or they had spring break?
They're going to have school, baseball practice. Going to have to do some coaching, too, when I get in. I'm excited. Two days home. Come right back. Get a few more games over the weekend.
Another shot to right. That's going to get down, and that's going to score another run. Good day for Kramer Robertson. The Cardinals extend the lead 5-1 on back-to-back doubles.
Well, Kramer Robertson just showing his ability to hit the ball all over the yard. The first at-bat was a fastball that he pulled for the home run. This time it's a fastball up above the zone that he shoots the other way. 97 miles an hour off the bat and drives in a run here.
That too, Brad, looked like a situation where by trying to play the game the right way, you're rewarded. He's trying to hit the ball to right, get the runner to third, and he was able to barrel the ball and hit it into the corner.
Just winning baseball, doing the little things right.
So Justin Turner bats. He's doubled and scored today. Five extra base hits for the Cardinals. They have 7 in total. Another shot pulled toward first. Adams has that. He'll step on the bag. Another productive out. Runner at third. One man down. So Nathan Church, the 9th place hitter for St. Louis. He's 1 for 2 today. Infield in for the Nationals. And that pops away, but not far enough. 1 ball, no strikes. Michael Chavis now playing third base for Washington, and a familiar face and name, Darren Baker, son of Dusty Baker, is playing second for Davey Martinez.
Chip, safe to say we're getting old.
Yep. On the ground toward first, and Adams will apply the tag. Church tried to bring home Kramer Robertson, couldn't, and just like that, there are 2 outs. You're right, we were talking about Darren Baker when Dusty Baker was the manager of the Cubs. Young Darren used to sit on Dusty's lap for the post-game interviews at Wrigley Field. Now he's playing second base in a big league spring training game.
Good for him. Good for him. Obviously, tremendous baseball family. Root for a guy like him. Selected by them in the, I believe it was the 27th round in 2017.
His dad was an outfielder. Darren a little closer to the action, playing the middle infield.
It's got to be fun too. They share a complex there in West Palm Beach, so it gets to see Pops quite a bit.
And I can't imagine how rewarding that must be for Dusty Baker, as you just said. Look across the complex when the Astros play the Nationals and his kids trying to beat him.
I can't even imagine. There's a pride in that not too many people get to feel.
Swinging bunt by Mason Wynn, and that will retire the side. The Cardinals get a couple of doubles back-to-back. They add to the lead, and we head to the 8th. Well, Brad, we touched on it earlier today. More good pitching for the Cardinals, especially the relief corps.
Well, Helsley was fantastic. He ended up punching out 3. Drew Verhagen gets the job done, helps himself out with some slick fielding, and then Hicks comes in. He blows away the side as well. Those 3 guys combined 37 pitches, 27 strikes. Pretty solid.
And now Chris Stratton will try to continue that excellent relief work for the Cardinals, who have set down 10 consecutive Nationals hitters. Herrera's taken over behind the plate for the Cardinals. Riley Adams for the Nationals. He's the only man to touch the plate today. He hit a leadoff homer in the 3rd inning. And welcome to the game, Mr. Herrera. A shot right off the mask.
Yeah, that'll wake you up quickly right there behind the plate. Looks like he's doing all right. That's a feeling that I would not want to have. Didn't do much catching growing up. I tried to catch 1 inning. I would blink every time somebody'd swing, and they say that's enough. I caught him square.
Adams down a strike. Well, like you said, you can't duplicate high leverage situations as a relief pitcher in spring training games. That's a play behind the plate you can't exactly replicate too, unless you have a teammate that just wants to nail you.
And I don't think that those are the reps that you want to take.
No. Another strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. But I am amazed at the technological advances that the catching gear has seen in the last 4 or 5 years. Tyler Flowers, a major league catcher for a long time, has helped invent a spring-loaded mask that helps take away some of that concussive impact on the foul balls right to the mask. Herrera's not using that style.
Got more of the old school throwback right there. 2-piece.
Little chopper that's going to trickle foul. And Adams back to the plate.
A couple of good breaking balls in a row from Stratton. He had got the call on a slider earlier in the at bat, but it was a backup slider, didn't go where he wanted. He had a couple breaking balls in a row that he buried.
So a little extra time for Chris as Riley Adams slowly makes his way back to the batter's box here.
Riley Adams is taking his time out as well. We give him even more time, and home plate umpire Lance Barksdale starts the clock.
Two balls, 2 strikes. That's popped out of play off to the right. Another great crowd here in Jupiter, including, we're told, former NFL head coach Bill Parcells, who's here this afternoon.
Well, Bill Parcells has been a fixture at spring training throughout the years.
That's golf toward left. And that's going to get down off the wall. A base hit for Riley Adams. And he'll lumber into second with a stand-up double. Couple of extra base hits for the Nationals catcher. Brady came in with 2 hits all spring. So a nice day today.
Getting hot at the right time. This time it was the changeup from Stratton. He had tried the slider. He had tried the curveball. This time tries the changeup. Just ends up going right into that swing of Adams. Does a good job of getting the hands to it.
So Adams will be taken down after his 2-hit day. Nick Schumpert is going to pinch run for him. And here's Alex Call for the first time. And that's tipped and caught. Strike 1. 5,786 the attendance today at Roger Dean. As we told you, the final off day of the spring for the Cardinals comes tomorrow. Then it's a sprint to the finish. As we look ahead to opening day, that traditional matchup on opening day, the Cardinals and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, just like everybody, you heard stories growing up of those meetings. Oh, it's going to be fun. Doesn't matter who you play on opening day. And by the way, Toronto Blue Jays are a very exciting team to watch. And we all know the festivities that surround opening day in St. Louis. It is going to be just a tremendous event. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, 2. Nice stop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you think about the possibilities for some of these Cardinal potential rookies in spring training. What will be going through their heads if they make the club and they get introduced before a packed house at Busch Stadium for their first opening day?
It'll be something they'll never forget. That's for sure. The first opening day that you have in St. Louis. Incredibly memorable.
Runner goes. Pitch popped up at a shallow center. Church on the run. Ball drops. Everybody's safe. And no advance. A bloop single for Alex Call. Church had a long way to go. Couldn't get there. The wind kept pushing that ball back toward the infield. And the Nationals have him first and second with nobody out.
That looks so harmless off the bat, but you're right. That wind, we've seen it pick up here recently.
That's a full-out sprint.
It is. It is. And that's one, too. Rivas, the shortstop, he thinks that's going to be out to center, but he needs to be busting back on that one as well.
Big cheer for former Cardinal Matt Adams. Runners go, and the pitch stroke toward left. Gomez is there, and no trouble with that. Runners retreat back to first and second as Matt's retired for the first time. So Michael Chavis, the batter. Double play in order here in the 8th inning. Cardinals up 5-1. Slashed out of play and a strike. Might have noticed as Michael stepped into the batter's box, gave kind of a nod to Chris Stratton. They were teammates with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's always interesting facing off against a former teammate. They know what you've got. You know what their weaknesses are. Got those friendships, got that good breaking ball down and away.
Did you like facing former teammates, or was that an uncomfortable matchup?
You know what? It was one of those things where as soon as you get on the mound, you do the little pleasantry, then you're back to pitching. I kind of was mad all the time when I was throwing, usually about the results, but it didn't matter, you know, who it was up there.
I would think it'd be hard to throw to an opponent if he was your former catcher.
For sure. Oh, then you know, like the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
And I don't recall having that where I had to throw to that guy. And it's like, oh, crap. Well, you know.
You know what I'm trying to do here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At the knees, and Chavis is down on strikes. He argues with Lance Barksdale, but Barksdale has the final word, and that's the second out.
A really good spot. It was the slider beforehand. This time the fastball right at the bottom of the zone gets the call. Chavis didn't like it, but good location right there by Stratton.
Cardinals pitchers have struck out 12 Nationals batters today. That'll play. That's 4 innings of no contact. You do that, you're going to win a lot of games, and the Cardinals are up 4 today.
Yeah, Cardinals are very fortunate, especially when the whole crew is here. They got so many good defenders all around the diamond, but you can even give those guys a little bit of a break.
This is Cody Wilson. And Cody Wilson has an even count.
What I love seeing in this ball game too, Matt's worked around some control issues early on. He ended up giving up 3 free passes, but the bullpen has not. Bullpen has not given up a walk so far, just going after the opposition.
Leandro Emiliani is on deck if the inning continues. Stratton hopes it does it. He's ready to make his 21st pitch. Two and two.
Seen a couple of fastballs here from Stratton that he's just saying, let's see if you can hit it. Go ahead. He's just rearing back and giving you what he's got.
So now a full count. And the runners will be off to the races with 2 outs. And Stratton steps off.
Seems harmless, but that is 1 disengagement.
Runner Runners go, and another shot off the catcher's mask foul. Haven't seen too many issues with the disengagement rule. Most of the problems have been pitch clock violations. We saw Lane Thomas struck out on one of those today.
We really haven't seen too many times where you're actually at the two disengagements, too. A step off and a pickoff. We haven't seen too many of those.
Another pop fly foul. We'll try again. Yeah, we haven't, to your point, seen enough of those to really, in my opinion, get a real gauge as to whether that rule is going to work or not.
I wonder if it's something, too, where teams are hesitant to do things in spring training and would rather just deploy whatever they're doing in the regular season instead of letting everybody know how they're going to work things.
That's high, and the inning continues. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. I've thought about it. That's half the fun, is when you have Tommy Edman at first, a base stealing threat, and they only have 2 tries to throw over. I'd almost rather see you get 5 an inning, and you can deploy him at any time you want.
Yeah.
Against as many. If the catcher's on, you're not going to throw over, but if you've got a fast guy at first and the game's on the line, isn't that the matchup you want to see?
To me it is,
yeah.
And that's the cat and mouse of baseball, and it's something that I'm sure Major League Baseball is looking at and talking about as Dusty Blake is going to go talk to Chris Stratton here on the mound. But I think that that's something that you just got to be honest at the end of the season. Be like, all right, did it work? Was this something, did it work the way that we wanted it to work? If so, great. But if not, then you make some changes.
So we shall see what baseball will do, if anything, as opening day is 3 weeks away. And we hope you'll join us for the Cardinals 5K on April 22nd. All runners get a pullover, a finisher medallion featuring Ozzie Smith, and a victory lap around the field at Busch Stadium. Sign up at Cardinals.com/5K, presented by Bally Sports Midwest. Ollie and his staff looking forward to the day off tomorrow. And they'd like to head into the off day with a 5-1 win. Meeting over. Stratton, a heavy workload this inning. 2 hits and a walk, and he'll face Leandro Emiliani. And in for a strike.
Well, gets ahead right there. I don't know why you felt the need, Chip, to talk about the fact that the bullpen hadn't walked anybody. Certainly the reason that happened. That was one of us.
I am the Hex Master. I'm just telling you right now. So get ready.
Yeah, one was my fault.
As Emiliani has an even count. This kid had some pop last year. A native of Colombia. 13 homers, 66 RBIs. In 337 at bats last year. So
impressive.
Impressive work. Made it all the way to high A last year. And now a 1-2 count. Stratton ready and turns it loose, and a swing and a miss. Washington loads him up but can't edge closer. Cardinals still lead it. It's 5-1. St. Louis Cardinals baseball on Bally Sports Midwest is brought to you by Chevrolet. See your Mid-America Chevy dealer. By Plaza Tire Service, the quick change experts. And by Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Brad and Chip with you in Jupiter. Home 8th coming up. Cardinals have out-hit the Nationals 7-5. Lead where it counts 5-1. And Alec Burleson goes to work. Little chopper headed toward Matt Adams at first, and he'll make the play easily. 1 up, 1 down. Good day for Burleson. 1 for 4, a double, a run, and an RBI as the DH today.
It's just good to see him back in the fold after dealing with that ankle issue. Nice to see him come out swinging early on.
Those are the numbers for Jose Ferrer. As Tom Glavine would tell you, he's wearing a perfect number. But again, with so many guys in camp for the Nationals, they're looking for just about any warm body who can pitch from the port side to get effective outs late in the game.
Well, you mentioned it. I mean, they went a large part of the season without having a lefty at all in there. And I know it's not just about the handedness. It's about what the splits look like. You have right-handers that have an arsenal that can get out the lefties. But you'd like to be able to provide different looks out there. This is a guy, Ferrer, who is pitched in A ball all the way up to AA last year. And you're right. All you got to do is be the hot hand for a little bit to get a chance.
So that's the challenge for Davey Martinez and his staff. They've got some young, intriguing pieces in place. They, however, get no breaks, having to face the Braves, the Phillies, the Mets, and that Marlins pitching staff in the National League East.
Oh, yeah, hang with them.
Yeah.
Hang with them for sure. But it's going to be something. You know, it's the expectations for Davey Martinez's national team are not through the roof. The expectation is, do your young players end up getting better throughout the season? Got a couple of different guys that's going to be a strike there, or is it a timeout for Motter? Quick timeout for Mott. But you got some guys coming down the pipeline that they're very excited about. Just got to keep growing.
Yep. Well, they've got a good double play combo up the middle. They just signed the catcher, Keibert Ruiz, to an 8-year deal. He'll be behind the plate to try to nurse these young starters in the fold for the Nationals along, as Motter with a rope to left. All that guy's done this spring is hit, and he's hit the ball hard twice today.
Well, we live in a world of exit velocities, and that's a good one there. 113.6 off the bat of Motter. Comes in. We mentioned his first at bat. He does not get cheated. He's up there to drive the baseball. Not like this man. You don't see him get cheated a ton either. Last at bat, he waved at a changeup, but he's up there hacking.
Well, he's got the hat trick at the plate. He's struck out 3 times. Let's see if Moises can fix that here in the 8th inning. .96 at the hands. That's a good pitch.
That's one of those pitches right there. If you're Moises Gomez, you tip your cap. There's nothing you can do with that. That's 96 in right there, perfectly on the corner. Now you have to just be able to somehow fight that pitch off and hope that he makes a mistake out over the plate. Slowed down a lot on that changeup. Really telegraphed that one. Arm speed way different from fastball to change.
Might have had a slip. That's why it went to the rosin bag. And did you see how quickly he ran up the front slope of the mound to get to the back slope of the bag?
Not much time to regroup, is there?
Swing and a miss, and Gomez is down on strikes for the 4th time today. Nice pitch. And 2 are out in the home 8th.
Yeah, that was a well-timed rosin grab right there from Ferrer, because that one had the action that he was looking for, and it had the arm speed. And you're right, I think that first one just popped out on him.
So Ivan Herrera gets chance to hit in the 8th inning. And a good stop. 1 ball, no strikes. This guy's throwing hard. Nothing wrong with the velocity. The aimage has been off a bit. 94, 95 with that fastball.
Well, to your earlier point, you got a good chance of seeing this guy in the big league. Got an arm like that from the left side. If he hones it in the strike zone, he is going to be fine, and Davey Martinez is going to be calling for him. Especially if he can get that pitch where he can consistently spot that up inside to the right-handers. That is an uncomfortable at-bat. That crossfire coming in at you.
And 4 straight will send Herrera to first, a 2-out walk. And Juniel Querecuto is coming up. He's looking for a 2-hit day today. Cardinals have earned 3 walks today. 5 extra base hits, 8 hits in total. And Querecuto 1 for 3 with a run scored. That came in the 7th.
Yeah, last at bat, it was a double for him down that right field line from the left side. I think the Querecuto's had a really nice camp, showing him bounce around the diamond, swinging it well.
This one hit toward the hole at short. The play was to third. It can't be made. Ball dropped. Everybody's safe. And Querecuto puts it in play, and the Cardinals will have them loaded. Right idea at shortstop, just couldn't get a handle.
Well, he knew where he wanted to go with it, just couldn't get there. You're right, that was the only play, is to try to get Motter over at third base.
And Kramer Robertson with a terrific day. He's reached base 3 times. He's homered, he's doubled home run, and he's walked. And if Ferrer has missed, that's where he's missed, to the right-hand hitters.
He's not missing in dangerous spots, so he has been missing over the plate. You'll take those. That time the changeup.
Well, let's see if Kramer can reel him in. He's up 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0. Let's see if he gets a green light with a 4-run lead. If he had it, that
would be the one. Well,
center cut.
You know he's licking his chops now. Been a fantastic day. Got a chance to get a whole lot better right here with this pitch.
Chopper hit towards short. And the throw to first is just in time. And that will send us to the 9th inning. The Cardinals have done it all today. They enjoy a 5-1 lead. Well, Brad, another youngster who's opened up a ton of eyes this spring. It's the highly regarded pitching prospect Tink Hence.
Been one of my favorite guys to watch this camp, and you and I have had a chance to talk to Tink and be around him, and just a great kid, big arm. He's got big time stuff. The fastball is going to run mid to upper 90s. Good feel for his breaking ball, his changeup. I mean, he's done it all. He's opened up so many eyes at this camp, his first big league camp.
Part of that electric draft class of the Cardinals in 2020. Hence, so far this spring, has appeared in 4 games, 3 2/3 innings of work. He struck out 4 men, and he's allowed just 2 runs. In fact, his last outing, he was the man that earned the win when the Cardinals came back and beat Nicaragua. And he will face Darren Baker, who bats for the first time. And Baker pushed off the plate. And got the tower buzzed again.
A couple of very uncomfortable fastballs up and in. I'll see if Tink can make that adjustment now, go down and away.
Ooh, just a touch low. And Baker's coaxed a 3-1 count. And hence with a leadoff walk. He's walked a man in each of his appearances so far this spring. And Darren Baker's aboard to start the top of the 9th inning.
Well, we've talked a lot about how do you build those pressure feelings, you know, when you're in spring training. I think it's a little bit different for a young pitcher like Tink Hence. This is a big league ball game in spring training. You get the 9th inning. I think that you feel a little bit of that here. Great breaking ball for a strike right there. Sneaks away from Herrera, but good adjustment with the curveball.
Jordy Barley is the batter for Washington. Baker with the lead at first. And taken low. Lance Barksdale says the count's 1-1.
Seeing Tink just pull some of these fastballs. We saw it to Baker as he missed up and in a few times on him. That one just pulls across his body.
And I would guess, Brad, that's the next logical progression for a young pitcher. When you see that happening, can you make the adjustment yourself on the fly?
No, you're right. That's one of the biggest keys. It's there are some guys that make adjustments game to game. There are others that make it inning to inning, and they're the great ones that make it pitch to pitch. And that's the goal, is speeding up that learning curve, something that Dusty Blake, he wants all of his pitchers to be their best pitching coach. Pretty good right there. Elevated fastball to get him. 96 miles an hour on the gun. But that's what you want. You want your guys to know themselves so much that you don't have to go out there and talk to them. You don't have to say, hey, do this, do that. You just know by the way that the ball came out of your hand what you did wrong and how to fix it.
And that pitch is going to play at just about any level, right?
Good hard fastball, top of the zone.
So 1 up, 1 down. Blake Rutherford, the hitter. Double play would end the game. Let's see what Hence can do with Blake as that pushes him off the plate inside. Ball 1. Cardinals have had their way with the Nationals, striking out 14 hitters in this game. Matt's got 5 of them in 3 2/3. Helsley and Hicks struck out the side. Chris Stratton had some base runners but struck out 2 men. Hence has 1 here. Back to the mound. Tink's got it, and the little flip to first. How about that reaction?
Pretty athletic play right there by Tink Hence. Snags that thing to the glove side. This hit hard off the bat. 99.8 miles an hour off the bat. Gets some leather on it and is able to stick with it. He might have even had time to turn 2 on that one.
So Drew Millis, the final hope for the Nats. And something else to think about. Without the shifts now in the major leagues, pitchers that can field their position, that is a huge middle infield defender. And Tink Hence showed it off there nicely.
I think that's a really good point, because we were starting to get to the time where you're teaching your pitchers just to get out of the way, like just let it go, because someone was inevitably going to be standing behind you. Now you don't have those same luxuries.
A little high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tink Hence, the 2nd youngest player in Cardinals camp behind Jeremy Rivas. But as someone said a couple of days ago, someday soon this guy's going to be a real problem for major league hitters if he can stay healthy, because the stuff is electric. Second walk, though, keeps the game alive for Washington, and we go back to the top and Alex Cole.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine Tink Hence, you still want to continue to build up the innings for him. You'd think maybe starting at Double-A for the season. And Dusty Blake's going to take a stroll out there, talk to Tink Hence, slow him down a little bit, get him through this inning. 2 outs here in the 9th. See if they can make some adjustments on the fly. Tink last year 52 1/3 innings here in Palm Beach. He was dominant in his 16 starts, a 1.38 ERA. Did everything that you could want him to, and you see the big arm at times, you think, all right, well, could he make the jump to the big leagues right away? Probably, but you want to be able to build him up. You're thinking high upside starter here with Tink Hence. You want to have him have that natural progression.
So Alex Cole again, the final hope for the Nationals. 2 on, 2 outs. And again, he pushes a hitter off the plate. His fastball is running today. And Alex Cole wants to call time. He's had a good spring. You see his impressive hitting line. 440 average. That'll play. There's a better pitch. Even count.
Looking forward to when Tink Hence gets to the point with that riding fastball where he throws that one on purpose, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's spotting the other corner, just making everybody uncomfortable. Didn't miss by much, doesn't get the call, just off the plate. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale didn't like that one as much as Tink did.
Matt Adams waits on deck. Don't want to see him, as that ball's rifled foul, and the Cardinals are a strike away. Cardinals fans are up here at Roger Dean. Well, you'd like Tink to end it right here.
He's sitting at 23 pitches. Wouldn't think that they'd let him go too much further than this.
Runners go, and it's fouled back. Another 3-2 pitch. Little roller hit toward third. And an off-balance throw skips off the turf, and it's not in time. Alex Cole legs out an infield hit. Karakuto had the base runner and the base ball to deal with at the same time. He threw on the run. His throw not strong enough to get called.
Yeah, tough play right there. Wonder if he could have made the tag potentially on that play, but tries to make the throw across. And just by an eyelash, beats it over at first base, and that's going to be it for Tink Hence. Made the pitch, got out of it, but nothing to show for it there.
Nationals have him loaded. Matt Adams coming up. Well, Ryan Ludus comes in a tough spot, wouldn't you say? 2 outs, bases loaded, and the tying runner coming to the plate.
You know, not a game that you expected to have to use Ryan Ludus, but if you're Ludus, this is a great opportunity for you. You come in, you got bases loaded, Matt Adams up out of Washington University. Non-drafted free agent, went from A-ball to AAA last year. Guy has just been flying through the organization.
And don't lay one into Matt Adams. He's not afraid to turn it loose on the first pitch. That went off the plate, though. Ball one. Adams saw one pitch in his first at bat in the 8th inning and flied out. Line drive hit toward left, but that's going to do it. Moises Gomez puts the squeeze on a 5-1 Cardinals victory.
Well, just overall a very well pitched game for the Cardinals. Steven Matz got it started. Slow start for him, but then really honed in. We saw the bullpen solid. Great day for Kramer Robertson as well. And the Cardinals take care of business here against the Nationals.
And they head into the off day with a 4-run final victory over the Nationals. And Brad gets to go home for his honeydew list. We'll wrap that and the game up for you after our final break here from Jupiter.